Our next matchup of the evening, a middleweight clash between Francis Javier Jorge of Spain, and he is up against Rob Powdrill of Australia. Powdrill, extremely experienced, a very hard man as well. An icy stare when you meet him in the corridor, the WMF World Champion. Now, this is one that on paper looks very strong for Australia and could just ignite the comeback that they need. Remember, could just ignite the comeback that they need. Remember, they are 2 down on the night so far, having lost at the lightweight and indeed the welterweight. These men, 80 kilograms, the middleweights. And then, of course, after this, we'll go to the women, the bantamweight women, for a double-point matchup.
The third combat, the third fight between Spain and Australia. Let's have a little look at the video of Spain's representative, Francis Javier Jorge.
Soy entrenador personal, monitor deportivo, después también tengo mi título de vigilante de seguridad y todo mejor mucho tiempo de mi vida para dedicarla, ¿no?, de lleno al entrenamiento, pudiendo pues estar más con la familia, con mi mujer. Y bueno, es un poco sacrificado, pero al final vale la pena. Pues mi rival físicamente se ve un portento físico, ¿no?, que está fuerte. Llevo 2 meses trabajando duro para hacer el trabajo que tengo que a ver si me sale bien, y bueno, para eso estamos preparados.
Here he is in the middleweight. Born in 86, he's won 39 fights, 8 through knockouts, lost just 1 and drawn 3. He's 185 in height and just under 80 kilos in the middleweight from Tenerife, Francis Javier Jorge.
Well, to a very warm applause. The middleweight for Spain, Francis Javier Jorge, makes what is a fairly short walk out to this circle. Enjoying his moment, and he has quite a matchup. In my opinion, probably the toughest fight of the night for Jorge.
Will be up against Australia's option for tonight, which is Rob Powdrill. Let's have a look at a video about Rob.
I always think about, like, you know, quitting or retiring one day or whatever. I know I couldn't do it now just because it'd always be on the back of my mind, like how far I could have gone or what else could have come from it. I love the rules. You get to. I don't really like the ground game in the MMA, so the fact that we can just punch, kick, and throw in a suplex slam or something like that works good for me. I don't think too much into my opponent. I'm pretty confident in my abilities. I pretty much think I can beat anyone until they prove me otherwise.
Here he is, middleweight, 186 in height, just under 80 kilos. He's won 47 fights, lost just 12, drawn 2, 30 years old, representing Australia. I give you, for the circle, Rob Powdrill.
But here's a man who just loves the occasion. Rob Powdrill lives for these moments. Hard to imagine him doing any other profession.
Rob Powdrill is
a powerful man, big thick legs on him, a real athlete as well, trains extremely hard. 47 wins now. Jorge, of course, 39 wins, but what's interesting, just 8 by knockout Jorge, but somehow he manages to squeeze out the wins. He's only lost once, the Spaniard, while as Rob Powdrill has lost 12 times, but a WMF world champion.
Yeah, the record of Jorge, really, really impressive. Comes to this with just that 1 loss. What's he going to do tonight against a really tough opponent in Powdrill?
So here we go, 3 3-minute rounds. In the blue gloves, it's Spain's Francis Javier Jorge up against Rob Powdrill from Australia. In the whites, we're underway, the middleweight clash, the final men's one of the evening in this Spain versus Australia preliminary battle.
Right, well, right from the get-go, you can see both men trying to impose themselves on each other. Powdrill came under a bit of pressure there from Jorge. Jorge got a lot of skills, very, very agile. Powdrill really looking a little bit lumpen here as he takes shots, a good left and a good right hand. And Powdrill taking some big hits there from Jorge. Good hands from the Spaniard. And Powdrill goes down on one knee, manages to get back up. Actually, could be technically a knockdown there. Jorge comes to do business. And actually, Powdrill struggling to really get the crosshairs on Jorge. Pace has settled down a bit, but Powdrill, I've got just a little bit under pressure here.
From what he was saying before the fight, he really felt extremely confident he could take anybody out, but, well, the natural of the two, Francis Jorge, look at that, a beautiful striker, and Powdrill seems, well, a little pensive at the moment, to say the least.
Well, we're seeing the high kick there, followed up by the left-right combination, and Jorge really has the skill sets here. We're looking at really a classic case of the matador juxtaposing the bull here. You can see Powdrill wants to get in close and lay some big heavy hands on Jorge, but Jorge's got the skills, slips under that lead left hand of Powdrill and manages to counter very well. Sneaky little kick there, the low kick from Powdrill, just taking the left lead leg out of Jorge. So they're both having just a little feel around here, but Jorge, not frightened in coming forward, comes in behind the knee and putting Powdrill under pressure.
Just wonder whether the WMF world champion is just a little past his best. He seems slow and sluggish out there compared to Javier Jorge, who is lightning quick at times, but a great right hand there from the Australian.
Straight left there from Jorge, comes in through the guard. Big overhand right. Saw that coming all the way. So Powdrill not able to use the power that he's got, and Jorge boxing very clever here, moving in, moving out, and what he's doing that's really of note here is just slipping under that lead left of Powdrill. For such a tall fighter to get in underneath that guard, that's extra special, and that's what Jorge has. Thundering straight left as well, straight through the guard, and as I say, and as you say, making Powdrill looking just a little lumpen here.
Well, it was Powdrill who was dancing in the middle of the circle, waiting to get it started, and it sure was him who danced out again quickest. That was a much tougher round than I think Rob Powdrill from Australia thought he was going to get from this man. Well, Francis Javier Jorge on the other side of the circle there. He just danced around. He had wonderful movement.
It was a spectacular start from Jorge. Jorge really was looking to come under pressure from Powdrill. Powdrill wanted to impose himself, be very physical, use those heavy hands a lot. Jorge, well, great skill sets here, great movement, great agility, and the hands.
It just reminds you that there's only so much you can gain in the gym. Natural talent, speed and coordination. Well, so much of that is a gift. On with round two. Francis Javier Jorge of Spain in the blue gloves up against Rob Powdrill of Australia in this middleweight clash. And Powdrill, well, he's back out charging away. The matador has his work again.
Well, the middleweight, the heaviest weights in this contest, and you can see the power and the pace has really moved up here. Jorge has the skill sets, he really does. This round is going to be decisive, and Jorge starting to impose himself. Powdrill having to step back and take those shots. Doesn't want to rush in, getting picked off with the left hand. Looking for the spinning back fist there, doesn't land it, but that was a good right hand, and he catches his man again.
Well, that is what Powdrill has got in his arsenal. Stacks of power with the one punch, so combinations and following up, just a little lackluster.
Good right hand there from Powdrill on the inside. If he composes himself, he could get back into this. But first round, I have to say, had to be in favour of Jorge. So the Spanish team absolutely sailing away with this. And off point there, spinning back fist way off.
Something I've noticed that is very true of the circle is it's non-stop action at the moment for 3 minutes. There's no hanging against the corner and being pushed back out again by the referees and hanging on. It's just the corner and being pushed back out again by the referees and hanging on. It's really non-stop action here.
Absolutely, it's been relentless, but trying to slow the pace, trying to find some purchase in terms of the pressure that Jorge's bringing to this. Powdrill is standing off his man and trying to work from the outside, but Jorge really working away, finding the shots, and not frightened to bring the action.
Almost a little smile across Jorge's face there. Well, that was second-class post, wasn't it, Manders? That was so slow, so obvious.
Absolutely, and Jorge sees it coming and gets underneath it, and as I say, spectacular skill for such a tall man. Starts to bang his own shots in there unanswered. Yukubida asking Powdrill to keep the shots up above the belt. Jorge not worried by it, but it continues. Now, this is the bout that really is crucial for Australia to get back into this. Spain with a 2-bout lead coming into this now. And just look at Jorge, he's in control here, slips the punches beautifully.
Lovely reactions there from the Spaniard in blue. Powdrill knows he's got to try and win this round to somehow keep the third round alive. He was soundly beaten in the first round.
So just coming onto the 10-second clapper, and Powdrill, well, not looking particularly fresh. Jorge looking purposeful. There's the 10-second clapper away. Who will finish strongly here? We know the bulk of the round has gone to Jorge. It's been a bit of a disappointing outing for Powdrill. I have to say, earlier on in the day we spoke to Powdrill, and you know, that's a long flight in front.